With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, trackside. Once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Construction, fires things off for race number 14, race number 1 in round number 2 for season number 3's championship rundown. How you doing? How you feeling? Excuse me, out there in TV land, race fans. Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave, bringing you all the calls from trackside. Temperature out there, pretty nice, cool little breeze here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. Track temperature pretty low, so these truck drivers look to find some grip out there. Speaking of grip out there, 5-minute qualifying session already underway here tonight. We'll get that timing and scoring up to the left-hand side of your screen for you just as drivers begin to turn in their fast times. Like we were saying, race number 1 in round number 2 in this championship rundown. So the field cut from the Sweet 16 down to the Grade 8, and we'll get in to some of that here momentarily. But for now, let's go ahead and throw some of them qualifying times up to the left-hand side of your screen. There you can see fast forward F-150 of Kevin D'Elia. That 42 goes quick time in Texas. 29.94 is the fast time here for the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. We've got drivers vying for a little extra money in their pocket. It's going to switch around a few more times. Oh my goodness, a few more times as we hit the 2-minute mark in this 5-minute qualifying session. Now the 77 Toyota Tundra takes it top of the speed charts. Quick time now belongs to Andrew Moore and his 77 machine, turning in a 29.75 here with the U.S. Veterans Pole Award session. Rapid fire pace here in the Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Construction. And as the music and tunes fade out in the background, we're going to begin to have a clearer picture of how this starting lineup's going to look. We've got 4 drivers yet to put in a qualifying time. Colin Forrester, who fell out of that Sweet 16, fell out of the Grade 8, I should say, after the first 3 races in this season rundown here. Anthony Keys, Jim Thorndike, Chris Scala also here. Those 3 championship drivers yet to put in a time, and Forrester goes second on the speed charts. I mean, he is all over him right there, just about 1/10 separating that 45 from the pole position here. Jim Thorndike got to go just outside of the top 10 with his first time lap. Anthony Keys back on the speed charts, back in 15th right now. He's going to have a very solid lap number 2 to make his way to the top of the points stand, or the speed standings, I should say. Chris Scala, he's off of pit road in the 33 Chevy Silverado, gets wound up. He'll lay down his qualifying times as we've got ourselves just about a minute and a half remaining in the United States Veterans Pole Award. Scala only one on track now. That's going to be a little bit of a lonely feeling, but with no distractions, how can Scala turn this into a good thing for him here? 33 yet to cross the line, still holding on to the U.S. Veterans Pole Award right now. The 77 Toyota Tundra of Andrew Moore, quick time here in qualifying, 29.75, and it doesn't look like Scala's going to lay down the best of first laps. He's going to slot in outside of your top 15 with just about 30 seconds to go. He's going to be close even to get back across the line to finish his qualifying run. And we were get ourselves set up and ready for a brief little commercial break, then head down trackside for some pre-race information and festivity. So don't go anywhere, race fans. Taking the U.S. Veterans Pole Award here tonight as Scala crosses the line with his second time lap. Andrew Moore will start tonight's Butcher Box 130 from the front row. Pole position belongs to Moore, and that 77. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular their bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back trackside after we just finished up the U.S. Veterans Pole Award qualifying session moments ago in the Butcher Box 130. We're set for tonight's first race in round number 2 here with the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series presented by Banner Construction. Drivers allowed a little bit of time to shake down their trucks and make some final adjustments before hitting the track for tonight's Butcher Box 130. So with that U.S. Veterans Pole Award in his back pocket, looks like that 77 will start once again from the front row. And while we've got some time on our hands, we mentioned earlier tonight in our qualifying session about that Sweet 16 being cut down to the Grade 8. This race tonight here from Texas Motor Speedway, the opening race of round number 2. Drivers going to have 3 chances, 3 races here in round number 2 to fight for their chance in the championship 4. When we head to Nashville in just a short 4 weeks, we got a gauntlet coming at you here over the next, I would say, about 4 weeks. Yes, exactly 4 weeks after tonight. So drivers got to be on their A game. They got to try to make them points. More importantly, they've got to try to get a race win and secure themselves into that championship four. We'll get into some of those point standings. Here you go. This time around, they shake down a little something like this. There you can see your top 8 drivers all listed with that 3,000 or higher standing. And Kevin Dick and Andrew Mraz both came into tonight's race with a little bit of a cushion, because there's a knot up right there with Andrew Moore, AJ Green, and Anthony Keys all knotted up with 3,003 points. So it's a close battle all ready for that cutoff line. And really, Kevin Dick about the only driver somewhat safe. He's 20 points ahead of any type of cutoff line that we could establish at this point in time. And really, Jim Thorndike also right there on the outside looking in. He's only about 3 points out of that cutoff line as well. So drivers definitely got to be on it these next 3 weeks. I mean, there's no buts about it. I mean, you got to get it done. Big separation in points back there from 9th to 10th between Colin Forrester and Jacob Drift. Lance Hill right there having a battle with Justin Gann, the 30 multiple-time race winner this season. There you can see him highlighted in that blue, but unable to make it through the first round of the playoffs and secure a spot in the Grade 8. So Gann will be on the outside looking in. Close battle still right there as well with Avery Wilson and Justin Kay. Both of those drivers knotted up, running right with each other. Just about 3 points separating them. Another 7 points back to Ryan Nicoletta. How about the good run by Mark Bruning as of late? The driver inside of his 61 machine has been lights out over the past handful of weeks. He's looking to get his Toyota Tundra back into the top 10 and possibly walk away with the podium, maybe top 5. Who knows? Checkered flag may be in sight. And that's a little peek into how your championship standings are running down here as we enter race number 14. Here in this 17 race a long season with the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Construction. Kevin Dick leads him in the point standings, but he's not going to lead him off of pit road here tonight. That will belong to Andrew Moore, snatching the U.S. Veterans Pole Award moments ago. Here tonight for the Butcher Box 130, and we've only got ourselves about 60 seconds before drivers will head to the final pre-race inspection and hit the starting grid, and we'll get ready to fire things off here from Texas. Scoring pylon blank right now. It's going to look a little bit different by the end of tonight's race, and with just about 30 seconds remaining, you can see drivers Adam Alshire, AJ Green getting their last few laps in, trying to get everything they can out of this time allowed to them by the race officials to shake down their machines to try to find a little extra speed or a little bit more handling. And there it is. Checkered flag will fly on this warm-up session, and drivers will hit pre-race inspection for the final time and hit the starting grid. Look no further. You wanted championship action. You wanted bumper-to-bumper beating and banging. Welcome to the banks of Texas Motor Speedway. The Butcher Box 130 on tap here tonight. Few drivers already jumping right through pre-race inspection. Those were mostly the drivers that were already lined up and ready to go. Speaking of lined up and ready to go, what do you say we get a little closer to the track, a little closer to the action? There you can see everybody beginning to fill those slots on pit road. Final drivers making their way through pre-race inspection now, and it looks like everybody has had the opportunity to get off of pit, out of pre-race inspection. You know the bells, you know the sounds, It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup. And the Butcher Box 130 walking away with the pole position, snatching the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. The 77 of Andrew Moore will lead this field to the green flag. 45 of Colin Forrester just to his outside. Chris Scala and Kevin Dick back in row number 2. Row number 3 here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway, the 43 of AJ Green and the 13 of Jim Thorndike. Ryan Nicoletta and Adam Alshire back in row 4. Row number 5 inside his 14 Chevy Silverado. Starting in ninth, the 14 of Anthony Keys. Kevin D'Elia had the pole position for a moment. It was snatched away, and D'Elia will start in 10th. Back in row number 6, 74 of Zach Lanen and the 17 of Casey Duncan. Row number 7 here tonight belongs to Jacob Drift, the Drift King, and his 15 machine. Brandon Alpin will start just to his outside. Mark Bruning, Scott Wise, and Scotty Brown round out your running order for tonight's Butcher Box 130. And as the music fades, we're going to get ready to fire things off, and there you have it. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. U.S. Veterans Pole Award belonging to Andrew Moore. His back pocket going to be a little bit fatter here tonight. We're running for the first stage win here in round number 2. For this championship rundown, Andrew Moore keeping the bottom of the racetrack. The 45 of Forrester now going to look to the top of the speedway. Not going to have any chance of getting there just yet. We're still side by side with the 52 of Kevin Dick and Chris Scala. They'll sort it out off of turn 4. Now Scala going to go 2 wide. Once again with Adam Alshire top 2. Nose to tail. Back into 1. Toss up that timing and scoring for you right over there to the left-hand side of your screen. And Roger Rios, good to see you checking out there in the chat, man. Glad to see you're here. Glad to see you're checking out your fellow drivers. A little sad you're not out here on track. The 5's always fast out there on track. You're going to have to tune in over the next few weeks, see if you can catch another glimpse of that 5 machine out there on the track. 52 of Kevin Dick now looks to the inside of Forrester. He'll make the pass for position, move Dick to second. Nose to tail off of turn number 2, already single file top of the speedway. Chris Scala dropping 4 positions. Now make that 5 back to 8th from where he started here tonight. Biggest mover of the race so far, up 4 positions, is Adam Alshire now from 8th to 4th. You're still watching your race leader, Andrew Moore, control the pace here tonight. A little bit of a shake-up behind. Looks like we've got a battle for that 4th position. Adam Alshire and AJ Green going at it for position right now. 43 on the bottom of the racetrack. The Dairy Queen Motorsports driver looks to take the position away, and the 43 will grab that 4th spot on track. Kevin D'Elia moves up another position into 6th, now knocking on the door of that 48's rear bumper. 3 fast Fords lined up running with each other, 4th, 5th, 6th on the speedway. You can see all of those Dairy Queen Motorsports drivers really right there, grouped up, punched up, running with each other. 45 of Colin Forrester, kind of the lone wolf in the pack here with those Dairy Queen Motorsports drivers. He's in a Chevy, the rest in Fords. The rest are behind him right now. Race being dominated by the Toyota Tundra, piloted by Andrew Moore. He's got his Golf Racing Fuels machine. He's got it fast tonight. He was fast when he unloaded. Snatched the U.S. Veterans Pole Award here moments ago. He's led all 6 laps so far here tonight. We've got a battle for that 2nd position once again. Kevin Dick, Colin Forrester, side by side at the line. They'll chase it down into 1. Great battles all over the speedway. Going to take a little bit of a look around for a moment. Race fans, look at this battle going on. Kevin D'Elia, Ryan Nicoletta, Chris Scala, all lined up running with each other. Brandon Alpin, Casey Duncan, Scott Wise. They're all within striking distance right here If one driver makes a mistake, that's pretty much going to be all she wrote. Mark Bruni getting by Zach Lanen last time around for P13 now. Bruni beginning to make his way towards the front of the field. Kevin Dick getting by Forrester once again for that second position. Forrester snatching it right back. They'll swap those positions for a moment. Forrester regains second. He'll try to follow your race leader, Andrew Moore, as nobody getting away from anybody right now. Anthony Keys stuck on the high line all alone right now to the outside of the 42. D'Elia, Keys, Scala, all right there. AJ Green trying to make the high side. Make some big moves now. Where you going? Anthony Keys, 3 wide into turn 3 for the first time here tonight. Oh boy. Things almost got big. Crazy close battles all over the racetrack, at the front, in the middle, and near the rear of the field. Drivers mixing it up with each other. Let's jump back here to this battle going on. There you can see that big hornet's nest of drivers just out in front of the 61 of Mark Bruning trying to run down. 31 of Scott Wise up at the top of the speedway. Ryan Nicoletta looking to make the pass on the bottom of the racetrack. Move Nicoletta to 11th with that pass. Here comes the Drift King back behind Zach Lanen right now. Jacob Drift trying to grab a position to make his way a little further inside of your top 15. Close battle still going on front of the field. Let's move once again towards the front. And there you can see Chris Scala. He's regained some positions in some time. Scala sitting in 8th, trying to run down Kevin D'Elia right there, just off in front of him. And I tell you what, you want to know how hectic it is inside of these machines? What do you say we go on board just over the hood? Love this camera shot running with that 20 of Brandon Alp, and a few drivers out here tonight with multiple camera views on board for us. So we do appreciate each and every one of them turning in all of these cameras. Taking a look now with Adam Alshire, the 48 Ford F-150, sitting in that 5th position. There you see race leader off in the distance. Andrew Moore, Colin Forrester, Kevin Dick, AJ Green, and Adam Alshire round out your top 5. Back outside the truck, back outside the machine. Gonna watch how some of this action continues to unfold here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway. We're already halfway through stage number 1, so moving in on the Wise Guy Racing Graphics stage 1 win. We've only got ourselves about 12 more laps before we will see the stage break caution flag. Andrew Moore has led them all, looking to secure or help his chances securing that front man award. A little too early to say who's really got the advantage so far here tonight in the Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award, but you would have to pick the man that's been at the front all night long so far here, walking away with the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. The 77 of Andrew Moore has led every lap so far here tonight. Clean and green so far through your first 15. Lap number 16 goes on the board this time around in the Butcher Box, a 1:30. Right here in the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. Top 3 truck drivers all over each other. Throw a blanket of them over them as they work off of 2. Big stack up of drivers right behind them. Let's go to this hornet's nest. I wouldn't want to be kicking around this little group of drivers right here. 43 of AJ Green able to separate himself just slightly from Anthony Keys, Adam Alshire, Kevin D'Elia right there in that 42 Dairy Queen machine. And contact between 2 trucks, and oh my God. How did Alshire save that? Did you see that? You know what? That's it. We're done. Right there, that's it. We're done. We're coming up with the turn 3 good save of the race. We're going to figure something out for it, but that, amazing. We're going to keep this one in the back of our minds, put it in the folder, save it for later. That could be one of the big defining moments of the night for that 48 of Adam Alshire. He's going to have to limp this thing on to the end of stage number 1, but he will have himself back up in a good position, close back up with the field at the end of stage number 1. So look for Alshire to regain some pace and refocus, get himself back into a fighting position. At the front of the field, though, will run. Kevin D'Elia still has the 17 of Casey Duncan right behind him. Chris Scala leading the way, trying to run down that Dynamark 14 of Anthony Keys. Keys kind of in no man's land right here. About 0.6 of a second off of Anthony Keys, just out in front of him, and Keys another 0.6 back from AJ Green. So these drivers beginning to build some gaps, and it looks like nobody's got anything for your race leader. We've seen Kevin Dick and Colin Forrester both fight to get to that rear bumper, but nobody able to do anything with your race leader so far here tonight. We'll take a look back off of the right-hand side of the machine. Back across the start-finish line into turn number 1 they go. Everybody chasing your pole sitter here tonight. Andrew Moore continues to lead tonight's race back through 1 and 2. Moore building that gap off of turn number 2. They'll head down the backstretch right into your living room cell phones and laptop screens. Tablets being put to the test as these drivers pound the pavement under the lights here on Friday night with the Turn 3 Racing Network back across the stripe. We begin lap 22. We've only got ourselves 4 to go here in stage number 1. Yeah, I agree with you, Daniel. I don't know how many more times he can pull that move, but you only got to pull it once. Hopefully. You only have to pull it once. As we said, at Adam Alshire, he's going to go ahead and come to pit road, so look for him to stay out at the end of the stage. I'm not quite sure about this strategy, though, as he is going to be listed 1 lap down, I do believe, by giving up a ton of time with that huge slide. I would suspect that he may fall 1 lap down here, and he's going to be on pit road for quite some time, so I believe he's had himself a little bit more trouble. Jim Thorndike already won multiple laps down here tonight. 1 more lap down before he was able to get back out onto the track, so 24 laps down now here tonight. Thorndike with some big time electrical issues, mechanical problems underneath the hood, able to rectify and right them in Thorndike. Man, long uphill battle for the driver at the tail end of your great 8, moving into the first race of round number 2. We'll cross the line this time around with just 1 to go in the Wise Guy Racing Graphics stage 1. In your pole sitter, lead the entire stage off of turn 2, back down the backstretch 1 more time through 3 and 4. Green and checkered flag gonna come 1 more corner for Moore. Back across the stripe, and Andrew Moore will walk away with the stage win. Andrew Moore grabbing that top spot in qualifying, never looking back from that point on. A job well done. They've got these drivers still out there up to speed, but that's going to be it. Just waiting on the caution flag to fly here in the 77 of Andrew Moore. Will grab the stage win. He'll set himself up pretty with a few bonus points here. Now we're going to make it 1 more lap around just to be official. And there it is, the DeKalb Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC caution flag flies for the first time here tonight, signifying the stage end. And as we said, walking away with the U.S. Veterans Pole Award, walking away with Stage 1 win. The Wise Guy Racing Graphics stage win in the back pocket of Andrew Moore. Wow, what a stage, hon. What has happened to Adam Alshire, the 48, on pit road for a very, very long time here. Looks like he's going to continue to lose a handful of laps. So as drivers close in and catch back up to the pace truck here tonight, we will step away for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back here from Texas Motor Speedway with all your green flag action with the Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series, brought to you by Banner Construction.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And welcome back trackside once again, race fans. If you're just joining us, stage number 1 already in the bag. The Wise Guy Racing Graphics stage win belongs to your U.S. Veterans Pole Award winner here tonight. The 77 of Andrew Moore will restart in third, but he has led the entire first 27 laps, giving up the race lead here as Jacob Drift plays a little strategy. Drift gonna stay out at the end of stage number 1 here. We'll see if he elects to come to pit road this time around, and yes, he does. And Chris Scala with a 2-tire stop. He's gonna take the race lead. He will be the controlled truck coming to the restart. Looks like we've got the one-finger wave this time around from the boss man of the flag stand. And Chris Scala elects that high line. He's gonna give the inside lane to Andrew Moore on this restart. Kevin Dick, Colin Forrester back in row 2. AJ Green, Anthony Keys in row 3, Kevin D'Elia and Casey Duncan back in row 4, Brandon Alpin and Mark Brooding round out your top 10. Multiple drivers to pit road here to top off on fuel. Zach Lanen, Scotty Brown, Scott Wise, Jacob Drift, and Ryan Nicoletta all come down pit road to top off the fuel cells, get an extra 2 laps of fuel in their back pockets. Got a little bit of a longer way to go here in stage number 2. The Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 caution flag will fly on lap number 65. Will we see another completely clean stage here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway in the Butcher Box 130? I don't know, but we about to find out. We about to kick this thing back off. Chris Scala leads them on the high side to the restart box. Page truck down and away, field in the hands of Scala. He nails the loud pedal and green flag flies once again. Here from Texas Motor Speedway, field gonna drive deep down into turn number 1. We're gonna take a look at him. Coming right at you. Back down the backstretch off of one driver going around with some trouble. Casey Duncan with some big issues. The DeKalb Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC caution flag flies. First time for trouble here tonight. Big time trouble for that 17 of Duncan. Let's go check our replay. Going into the side of the 61 of Mark Bruning. So trouble for Bruning, Casey Duncan, Mark Bruning both have some issues. Let's go check this out. Mark looks like he's able to drive off from the problem. So must not be that bad of a problem. We'll go look at it one more time. Here's the 61 going around in his 21 Pineapples Toyota Tundra. Oh my gosh. How did he not hit that outside wall? 2 really big saves very early here tonight. Some significant contact to that right rear quarter panel of Bruning, but he looks to be none the worse for the wear. He should be coming to pit road here, though, very shortly to fix any damage at all, but drivers will stay out. This is going to vote well for the driver at the front of this field, electing to take 2 tires, and oh, he's already going to come down pit road, and he's going to get 2 more. Looks like the 20 of Brandon Alpin, Scotty Brown in the 70 Ford F-150. They decide to stay out on track as the field heads down pit road. Check that out, race fans. One of, I think, the coolest features of this track, Texas Motor Speedway. Check out those, I'll call them strobe caution flags, all incorporated in the fencing here at Texas Motor Speedway. Love the look of them. And, well, drivers love the look of this Chevy Silverado pace truck, getting the 1-finger wave. Once again, we should have 1 to go this next time around, and drivers should be set to fire things off once again here with the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented by Banner Construction. We've got more drivers to pit road now. Brandon Alpin and Scotty Brown both elect to come to pit road. That's going to give the race lead back to the man who has led the green flag laps here in stage number 2, Chris Scala, and that Serve Pro 33. Looking to walk away doing what the 77 of Andrew Moore was able to do in stage number 1, and that's lead the entire stage. Kevin Dick looks to restart here outside row number 1. Andrew Moore. Anthony Keys back in row 2. AJ Green, Kevin D'Elia, Colin Forrester, Jacob Drift, Ryan Nicoletta, and Mark Bruning round out your top 10. We're going to have ourselves one more to go next time around. Looks like Pace Truck not ready to duck off just yet, and we will continue around behind the Chevy Silverado Pace Truck one more lap. And as we do find ourselves under caution once again here tonight, going to have a moment to run down the team standings coming into tonight's race, as a lot of drivers now pulling to pit road. 3, 4, 5 drivers pulling to pit road to top off the fuel cells. We'll get back to the team points now, though. Coming into tonight's race with a 50-point lead over everybody else, leading the team standings. Pie-Eyed Racing, 736 team points so far this season. 7 wins in the bag for this team. Pie-Eyed Racing almost securing this team championship. Dairy Queen Motorsports fighting for all it's worth with 50 points to make up here, running in second in the team standings. Rounding out your top 3 is the 4X Racing team. Excuse me, had to sneeze. This is the 4X Racing team. The 71 points back, so just a little bit out of second place. The TI Racing in 4th. Torque Wrench Motorsports back in 5th in the team standing. 6th, All-in-One Hill Motorsports back there in 7th. And a good ways back, 2X Racing also rounding out your top 8 in your team standings. And we're going to get sent and ready to go back. Green Flag Racing this time around. Field back double file behind the Chevy Silverado Pace Truck. And we will fire things off once again here from Texas Motor Speedway. In the Butcher Box 130, wait for it. Here we go on the gas quick. A little bit of a wiggle out of the tail end, and green flag flies here at Texas. Looks like nose-to-tail action here on the restart. Not a lot of drivers side by side. We will jump back to one of our only side-by-side battles. Kevin Dick and Mark Bruning going at it. 52 on the high side, 61-21 Pineapples machine down there hugging that wide line. The Toyota Tundra driver looking to break inside of the top 5. Bruning up to 7th. Trying to chase down Kevin Dick in that Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast. 52, Brandon Alpin rounding out your top 10. Sits with the Martin Sports Hard Charger Award here tonight so far. Up 9 positions. He is your biggest mover of the race. We've got battles and changes at the front. Chris Scala has dropped to 4th. Race leader now. That 45 Dairy Queen Motorsports of Colin Forrester. We've got 3 of those Dairy Queen machines lined up nose to tail. If you're the field, this is not what you are looking to see here tonight. Pie-Eyed Racing not liking the front of this field. You've got 3 teammates all lined up, running with each other, maximizing team points right now. As Forrester begins to pad his back pocket with some laps led, we've got 26 laps left here in the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast stage number 2. Close racing action between teammates, all nose to tail, 2, 3 wide, back through the field. Chris Scala on the high side. Here comes that 77 move out. I'm coming through. Making that thing work on the high side. The 77 of Andrew Moore looking to get around through Mark Bruning. But Bruning smooth as chicken lips down on the bottom of the racetrack. He'll keep that 6th position for now, and he'll set his sights in on that 60, in on that 52 of Kevin Dick, who is just out in front. Let's take a look off of the tail end of this 52 machine if we can. There you can see off of the rear deck lid over the spoiler, looking back at the big battle between Bruning, Moore, and Keys. And saving fuel. The 52 is saving fuel. Already saving fuel here. I don't know if we were supposed to be able to catch that or not, but we have caught the 52. Saving some fuel, clutching it early here in stage number 2. Looks like Kevin Nick is going to look to run this one on out. Big battle right here, 61, 77, 14, all going at it. The Dynamark 14 of Anthony Keys. He's looking to break himself back inside the top 5 in contact. And Bruning, what a save. Contact between the 77 of Andrew Moore and Mark Bruning. Bruning catching the worst of it, getting sideways, able to save the truck and keep it moving forward. But he will lose a handful of positions. Mark Bruning now rounding out your top 10 as Andrew Moore moves to 6th. Crazy battles here towards the front of the field. We've got battles near the middle of the pack as well. 4 truck drivers all battling with each other now. Mark Bruning, Chris Scala, there's Jacob Drift and Zach Halanen, the 74 making his reemergence on the scene. Halanen into the 12th position. How about Kevin D'Elia running right now in that 4th position, watching these 3 in front mix it up, and here comes that 20 of Brandon Alpin. He's got nothing to lose. Championship stakes not on the line. He can drive it deep into the corner, and Alpin goes right to the top of the board. He'll snatch the race lead. New race leader here as we cross the line to take lap number 46 out of the 130 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning up with us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. As always, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Let them know you like what they're giving you week in, week out here under the lights Friday night tonight from Texas Motor Speedway. Chase well and underway. Round 2 kicks off here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway. So while you're here, while you're at it, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, or maybe even one of the many sponsors here coming to check out the product, coming to check out future endeavors. We do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time. Without you, there would be no us. So again, while you're here, show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Also, a big time shout out to all of our sponsors. You can see them all scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now. Lap number 49 goes on the board. We're moving in on the Facebook Custom Paints and Die Cast Stage 2 close. Brandon Alpin firing out of a cannon here tonight, and he grabs the top spot multiple laps ago. And he's looking to build that gap at the front of this field. Brandon Alpin not playing around at all here. We'll have ourselves about 15 to go this time by. Alpin clear of the field, but it's a who's who battling who here back behind him. Second, third, double file. Third, fourth, double file. They begin to single out just a little bit as we mention it, but drivers all over each other here coming to the end of stage number 2. Oh, and I think Alpin's in trouble. Kevin Dick, Anthony Keys both get by. And I think Alpin may have ran it out of fuel a little bit too early here tonight. We heard driver saving fuel. Looks like he's going back in the pack, trying to save a little bit of fuel now as the 27 drops to the bottom of the racetrack. There you can see him trying to make his way up through this field. That's going to be Scotty Brown, the Ford Mustang, looking to the high side now as the 20 of Alpin struggles with some grip. Contact and into the outside wall. Up the track goes Brown. And he's going to make some significant contact with that outside wall. And that will bring out our third DeKalb Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC caution flag of the night. Let's go back and take a look. Let's go to the replay. Oh, there you see it just wind up the track. He goes. Scotty Brown going to back it into the wall, too. That's going to be trouble for the rear toe of that truck. Really doesn't look that bad. Really looks to be quite okay, surprisingly. We'll jump back to the front of this field with your race leader, new race leader inside of that Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast 52 machine. It never fails. We always end up seeing this guy at the end of these of stage number 2, who right there trying to make the sponsor on the truck proud and walk away with the sponsor stage win. Will we see Kevin give up the top spot and come to pit road? Or will we see him stay out? Looks like he is going to stay out majority of the field at the front. Oh, just as we say that, Forrester, Green, Moore, D'Elia, Drift, Bruning all come to pit road. Chris Scala, Scotty Brown. Looks to be about your top 6 drivers staying out here under our third DeKalb Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC caution flag of the evening. We'll bring it back to a crawl for just a moment, and we will step away from the track to pay a few more bills. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back here live to the end of stage number 2. You're watching the Butcher Box 130. And back live trackside as drivers make their way through 3 and 4. We'll get the one to go this time around. We will fire things off for a short 10-lap shootout here to the end of stage number 2. Who will walk away with the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win, grab themselves, lock in a few playoff points Playoff points may be the deciding factor on who moves on here to those final championship 4 positions. But throw points out the window. If you're one of those grade 8 driving, grappling for this season championship, you can park it in victory lane. Well, you don't have to worry about points any longer. You will lock yourself in as one of the championship 4. So as we close in on this end of stage number 2, close in on the halfway point, drivers are going to begin to focus in on trying to secure a race win and a spot for the championship trophy when we head to Nashville in just another short 3 weeks here. Quick gauntlet and run down to the end of the race season. And you don't want to miss any of the racing action. It's only going to get bigger and better from here. Championship implications on the line each and every Friday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with the Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series presented to you by Banner Construction. Back through 3. It's time for my good buddy Brian Mescal Jr. to duck off in that Chevy Silverado pace truck. Brian, appreciate the job here tonight, flying on out, joining us down here in Texas for some great racing action. Pace truck leaves the field, and here comes Kevin Dick on the gas, and green flag will fly once again here from Texas Motor Speedway. Kevin Dick jumps out to a good advantage. Brandon Alpin right there in second. Anthony Keys back in third. Landon and Wise going at it. Third and fourth, nose to tail through 1 and 2. Here comes those Dairy Queen Motorsports drivers looking to the inside once again, looking to make their way back through the field. Side-by-side battle at the front between Alpin and Keys. And as these two truck drivers battle, that is just what that 52 of Kevin Dick wants to see in his rearview mirror. That means he's not going to have to deal with these drivers. He's opening up the biggest race advantage we've seen all night here tonight. 6 almost now make that 0.7 of a second over Anthony Keys and Brandon Alpin as they continue side by side battle through 3 and 4. They'll come out of turn 4 still side by side. Still side-by-side racing action for that second and third position. A little bit of a roadblock here as we've got 3 drivers all single file, and it looks like everybody going to get single file for a moment. And just as we say that, 43 of AJ Green looks to the inside of Scott Wise. 43 Dairy Queen Motorsports driver looking to hold it tight on the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes the 59 of Ryan Nicoletta. Nicoletta now trying to take a spot away from Wise. Inside lane has opened up. 74 of Zach Alanin struggling with some grip on the high side right now as we go 3 wide off of 2. 3 wide off of turn number 2. We'll keep it stacked up 3 wide into 3. Scott Wise at the top. 54 and a little bit of contact. Neck code problems here at Texas. Somehow Scott Wise was able to keep that pinball from jumping all the way back across the track. Trouble here now for the 31. Looks like his night may be over when it comes to battling for the race lead. We'll jump back to the big hornet's nest here. Colin Forrester finds himself involved in this one. The 45, Ryan Nicoletta, right behind him in the 59. Kevin D'Elia battling with Mark Bruning for the 8th position on track. From our vantage point, unfortunately, the 31 of Scott Wise catching a little bit of what we like to call the net code action here on iRacing.com. And unfortunately causing the tail end of the truck to jump out from under him. He's going to take it to the high side, trying to minimize the impact that he makes with that outside wall. Was able to keep the truck moving forward well off of pace now with some big time damage. Scott Wise looking to just somehow trying to finish on the lead lap as we've only got ourselves about 3 to go here in stage number 2 in a big mix-up 3 wide once again into turn 3. Last time it didn't work out. This time they think better of it. They go to abreast through the corner. That 77 of Andrew Moore looking a little aggressive on the bottom. He's looking to try to grab as many playoff points as he can. Big run down into the corner all over the tail end of that 45 of Forrester, and he's going to move him right on up the track. Here comes that 77 Golf Racing Fuel Toyota Tundra trying to make up multiple positions. 1, 2, make that 3 spots in 1 lap. Oh, sliding up the track almost into the side of that 20 of Brendan Alpin. He'll close in now on Chris Scala. Big run to the end. Let's jump with the band that, well, you got to give credit where credit is due. Man leading this field right now, waiting, anticipating the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast. Stage 2, caution flag to fly here any moment. And how about that? Walking away with the sponsor stage win. Front of this field, stage number 2 belongs to the driver inside that Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast fast Chevy Silverado at the front of the field, walking away with the stage win. Kevin Dick with yet another stage win this season. He's already walked away in victory lane 6 times so far. And Kevin Dick looking to continue that momentum and continue his winning ways, walking away with some bonus points. He'll snatch that Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast stage number 2 win. And just like that, field will come to a crawl back behind my good buddy Brian Mescal Jr. up inside of the Chevy Silverado pace truck. So everybody will slow up, whoa up, catch up, and we will restack, re-rack, and rerun them here in just a few moments. But first, let's head to commercial break, pay some of our final few bills. You know how that goes out there in TV Land, race fans, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right here from Texas Motor Speedway.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're gonna lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
And back just in time as drivers will receive the one to go this time around. Walking away with that Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win. Driver that will line up there. You can see him in that Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast 52 machine. Kevin Dick will line up second row outside lane. Will your Stage 2 winner be able to get back to the front? We're going to stack them up double file and kick it off here for the final run to the checkered flag. Little bit of a sneaky strategy on pit road here tonight. Multiple drivers taking 2 tires to get themselves at the front of this field. Mark Bruning, Jacob Drift, and Andrew Moore all with 2 tire stops, and they will grab your top 3 positions for your latest restart. "60 laps to go when we cross the line this time around, just past that halfway point, looking in on your biggest mover of the race so far, capturing that Martin Sports Hard Charger Award right now. That belongs to Mark Bruning, up 14 positions. Jacob Drift up 11 positions, starting just to his inside. Bruning hits the gas and away we go. Green flag flies once again here from Texas. We'll jump around a little bit on this restart as Bruning was able to step away from the field. Kevin Dick right there all over Jacob Drift. There you can see Drift, bottom of the racetrack. Just 2 tires, and I don't think it's going to be any match for the 4 fresh Goodyears of the 52. And Kevin Dick will not only get around that 77 of Andrew Moore, he'll grab second away from Jacob Drift. Now set his sights on the top spot, looking to the outside of Bruning as they head into 1. Here comes that 15 with a huge draft down into turn 1. Huge pickup by that 15, and that's going to surge the 61 of Mark Bruning back to the point. Oh, close side drafting action right there between that 52 and 61. We've seen Bruning caught up and involved in an on-track incident, kept it off of the outside wall, was able to keep the fender straight on that 61 machine, and he's hanging tough right now, all alone at the bottom. No help from that 77, but it looks like that high side now will eventually prevail. The 4 fresh tires winning the battle after all. Kevin Dick goes back to the point, and we go 3 wide into turn 3 once again. 45 going to stick it down in there into the corner. Bruning going to go up the track now, give up that inside lane, keep it out of the outside wall there. A little bit of a scrape down the front stretch through the tri-oval, and Bruning dropping like a rock now all the way back to 8th, maybe make that 9th. And that is just how quick it can happen, race fans. In the blink of an eye, in 1 lap, Bruning went from leading all the way back to 9th. Battle still raging on here at the front. The 52 of Kevin Dick leading AJ Green, Colin Forrester all over him. Jacob Drift has been able to maintain here on this restart. Now listed as the 4th driver in line. He's gave up a spot or 2 now. Looks like, I believe that's the 42 of Kevin D'Elia. No, Colin Forrester. No, that is D'Elia. D'Elia in the 42. Down on the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Andrew Moore now, and that's all it's really taken. Is if you get rooted up off of that bottom lane, if somebody gets to your inside, you almost just gotta give it to them. As there you can see, pass for the race lead. AJ Green was able to get the nose of his Dairy Queen Motorsports 43 underneath the 52 of Kevin Dick, and he'll take the top spot back down into 3. Now, new race leader at the front of this field. Snatching the race lead is the 43 of AJ Green. front of the field, nose to tail, and it looks like Dairy Queen Motorsports may be trying to control how the rest of this run plays out. We'll get that timing and scoring back up to the left-hand side of your screen. Do apologize, trying to call all the action. We got a little bit sidetracked there. Production booth over here working hard, but forgot to put that timing and scoring back up. Nonetheless, side by side for your race lead, Colin Forrester wants to lead a handful. The 17 drivers took to the track here tonight in the Butcher Box 130, vying for their shot at a championship run. 8 drivers going for 4 positions. It's the opening race of round number 2 here with the Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Construction. Colin Forrester with the top spot. AJ Green, one of those championship contenders right there, running in second. One of the teammates that has a shot for the race win here, running in second, sandwiched between 2 fellow teammates. This could be a good thing for Dairy Queen Motorsports, but if something goes wrong, it's going to be catastrophically big for them and their team standings hopes. Only 50 points out of the overall team standings lead. Rookie of the Year pretty much already sewed up here coming into tonight's race. AJ Green leading Colin Forrester in that battle. A little bit closer than anticipated, actually. Colin Forrester only 22 points back, but then is a huge chunk of points back from second to third. Chris Scala, 160 points out of the Scott Council POWMIA Rookie of the Year standings. AJ Green leads everybody. Colin Forrester right there, 22 points back. We'll have to wait and see how it shakes out over the next 3 races, or I should say 4, because tonight's not done yet. Drivers just passed that 80 lap mark. Lap 83 will go on the board this time around. Field chasing Colin Forrester at the front. And it looks to be now about your top 4, 5, 6, 7 truck drivers have begun to step away from the field. 15 of Jacob Drift, driver with that 2-tire strategy, struggling a little bit now with the grip. Zach Lanen, also one of those drivers on 2 tires. Mark Bruning, another 2-tire taker, and it looks like, just judging off timing and scoring, most of the drivers that came down and got just 2 tires seem to be struggling a little bit as we cross the line here to begin lap number 84. Gonna look around the track. Let's jump back to the front of this field. 3-4 truck drivers still lined up with each other. Colin Forrester leading AJ Green. Kevin D'Elia right there in third. Kevin Dick in 4th position. 5th place back is Anthony Keys, Chris Scala, Andrew Moore, Jacob Drift, Zach Lanen, and Mark Bruning round out your top 10. And I mean, I don't know. Typically we can kind of clue in, zone in on one particular truck driver and crew and really see a dominating performance. For the most part here in the Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series, when you're going to walk away with a race win, you pretty much dominate the night. No real clear-cut dominator here under the lights Friday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network with the Blown Piston Racing League Truck Series. It looks like everybody pretty much even keel all over this racetrack, so it's going to be a tough one to call who has the best opportunity and walking away with that race win. But AJ Green right there running in second. He is your highest running championship driver right now. Running in second, Kevin Dick, Anthony Keys, Chris Galla, Andrew Green, Zach Lane, and they're all knotted up with each other. Fourth all the way back through eighth. And one championship driver with trouble here tonight. Jim Thorndike with mechanical issues, electrical problems, causing that 13 of Thorndike to call it quits and head back behind the wall and back into the garage. So he will be the first retiree of the race, and he will be one of the first championship drivers with trouble. And speaking of championship drivers with trouble, the driver then walked away with one race win so far this season. Coming into tonight's race, second in the championship points. Andrew Mraz not in the field with his Ford machine, so Mraz will drop from second, probably all the way down into that eighth position as far as your championship Great Eight are concerned. And he's going to have a big battle on his hands over the next 2 weeks. Andrew Mraz going to have to be on it. Jim Thorndike will end up with just a handful of points more. Going to be pretty close as he's already 6 points back from Mraz. But nonetheless, it's going to be quite a close battle on to see who makes it into your championship. Ford Colin Forrester continues to lead the race. Teammate AJ Green right behind him. Kevin D'Elia still in tow, dragging right along that Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast 52 of Kevin Dick. And we'll head a little bit further back through the field. What do we say we check out this two-truck tango for a moment here? Oh, and we've got green flag pit stops underway. Chris Scala pulls the pit lane. Green flag pit stops underway. Three drivers to pit road that latest time. Chris Scala, Mark Bruni, Scotty Brown all come to pit road. Scott Wise in the 31 Toyota Tundra. He also brings his machine to the attention of his crew. Jacob Drift to pit road this next time by Forrester, Green, D'Elia, Dick, Moore, Keys, Helena, Alpin, and Nicoletta. Stay out on the track. Your top 9 drivers elected to stay out on track. Chris Scala listed in that YJ Esports lucky dog position should we have an unfortunate late run caution here. Scala just off in the background. He's going to have to make up some ground if he's going to want to bypass Jacob Drift and keep that lucky dog position here. Scala struggling for a moment with those fresher tires to get him up to temperature and up to speed. And just like that, Chris Scala will overtake Jacob Drift, so the undercut may be working to the advantage of that 33, who's now back inside of a top 10 position, but still listed 1 lap down. First car 1 lap down in the YJ Esports lucky dog position. Colin Forrester continuing to show the way. Forrester trying to show these grade 8 drivers that he's still great as well and steal a championship round race win. When will these drivers at the front come to pit road? What's the fuel strategy here? What's the race strategy if you're some of these drivers? When do you want to risk it? How long do you want to stay out? How much time are you willing to give up on the front end to ensure you've got enough in the fuel tank to make it to the end of tonight's race from here on out? I don't even want to speculate. This is gonna get good. Battle continuing to rage at the front of the field. First and second still going at it. AJ Green, Kevin D'Elia. Kevin Dick. All right, there, your top 4 drivers. Mixing it up, it's a 2-truck tango times 2. Breaking away from your U.S. Veterans Poll Award winner right here in no man's land, all alone, all by himself. The Golf Racing Fuel 77 of Andrew Moore slotted in 5th. He walked away with the stage win. And the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win, led every single lap, but since he has struggled, get back to the point. Andrew Moore running in 5th. Looks like Colin Forrester has waved the white flag. He will come to pit road this next time around with about 33 laps remaining into tonight's race. I don't know. I don't think they can stretch it that far. I just don't. Looks like the most we've seen any driver get out there with the fuel mileage is right around 25 or so laps, and we've got drivers to pit road from the front of the field. AJ Green, Kevin D'Elia, Andrew Moore, Zach Lanen, all to pit road this next time by. Kevin Dick electing to stay out for one more lap. He'll snatch the race lead back once again. But will he come to pit road this time around, or will he try to stretch this thing out to ensure he is in his pit window? No, and he's going to pull up. He's going to pull up and pull back on the reins. Kevin Dick will bring his Silverado to pace speed, or pit road speed, I should say. And now Anthony Keys will grab that top spot. The Dynamark 14 of Anthony Keys goes to top of the speed charts, top of the board right now. New race leader once again here from Texas Motor Speedway in the Butcher Box 130. Anthony Keys now grabs the top spot. Ryan Nicoletta yet to hit pit road. Only 2 drivers yet to make their green flag pit stops, and we've now got 30 to go. Keys pulling off. What does Nicoletta do? He's going to pull off pit road as well. And how about this man right here? Undercut City, baby. Does he have enough fuel to make it to the end, though? That's the big question. That's going to be one of the biggest strategies if he can make this to the end with the race lead still in hand. Chris Scala now in front of this field by over 2 seconds. Biggest race lead of the night for any one driver through the field. Chris Scala looking good here. Looks like crew chiefs, spotters, drivers all on the same page, and Scala to the point. And who says long green flag runs end up stretched out and boring? Look at this right here. I have an example for you. Sir, you're not telling the truth right here. Still tucked up, running with each other. 4 trucks down the backstretch. Kevin D'Elia leads Jacob Drift. AJ Green, Kevin Dick right there in that 52. Dick with the freshest tires on the track. He came to pit road back on lap number 99. Everybody else in front of him except for AJ Green to pit road much earlier than him. And Kevin Dick looking to gain some positions back. Once again, looking to gain some free power, if you will. There's always a sense of great equipment and running well when you have consistent success, and looking to continue into next week's Full Sail, Full Bore Championship. Implications on the line over the next 3 race weekends here with the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series presented by Banner Construction. A lot of big things, a lot of shakeups can happen. How's it all going to go down? We'll have to wait it out to see. If you haven't already, though, while you're here, while you're at it, show these drivers some love and appreciation here tonight for all the great racing action under the lights at Texas Motor Speedway. drop them that thumbs up, smash the heck out of that button, let them know that you enjoy what it is that they do each and every Friday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Back down into turn number 3 once again. 42 of Kevin D'Elia still leading AJ Green and Kevin Dick. Jacob Drift right there as well. Zach Layton losing a lot of ground now as Andrew Moore going to begin to close in on the tail end of that 74. And as drivers begin to close in on the gaps, we're going to begin to close in on the end of tonight's race. Just 25 laps remaining here tonight in the Butcher Box 130 in the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented by Banner Construction. Front of the field, no real battle at all. Chris Scala has fallen victim to Colin Forrester. There you can see driver with much fresher tires able to dispose of that 33 of Scala pretty quickly here. Scala will drop from first back to second now as Forrester begins to pad his advantage. Forrester now 1.5 seconds out in front of that 33 of Chris Scala. And Forrester looking to step away and looking to head to pit road for the second time this season. How about that, race fans? Can we see a non-championship driver walk away with a race win here in the postseason? Forrester looking to do so here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway, back across the stripe and by the line. 22 to go this time around. Back off of 4 and across the stripe. 21 laps now remaining as Forrester builds that gap once again. Jacob Drift to pit road. Looks like this is a scheduled stop for that 15 of Jacob Drift. He's going to pull to pit lane one more time. Close little battle here between Kevin Dick and AJ Green. 52-43 going at it down the backstretch back into turn number 3 once again. These two not letting up, not afraid to rub elbows here. Very familiar with each other's racing style. And nose to tail with 20 to go. And we're going to stay right here with this battle for 3rd and 4th on the racetrack for as long as we need to, really. Your closest and only battle on the track right here for 3rd and 4th between that 52 Facebook Custom Paints and Die-Cast machine of Kevin Dick, AJ Green, and that 43 Dairy Queen Motorsports Ford F-150. Right behind them on the racetrack, both drivers bottom of the raceway, making their way off of turn number 4 will cross the line with just 18 laps now remaining. We've got multiple drivers to pit lane. Here comes Zach Layton back down. battle beginning to dissipate just a little bit here between Kevin Dick and AJ Green. 43 seems to be struggling now with some of the long run pace as we jump around the track just a little bit. There you can see Jacob Drift, the 15, making his way by Drift. Going by that 77 of Andrew Moore, listed 1 lap down right now in 9th position, with Chris Scala still listed as your lucky dog. Scala was on the pit road back at lap 110, so just 20 lap run to the end. He'll have plenty of fuel to get to the end, and with 15 to go, here comes Chris Scala into 8th. AJ Green beginning to try to cut back into that deficit from Kevin Dick, who's just off in the distance, just off out front. And is it who's willing to save enough? Who's willing to try to last out the rest of the drivers in this field? Forrester, D'Elia, Kevin Dick, AJ Green, Andrew Moore, Anthony Keys, Ryan Nicoletta, rounding out the drivers yet to make a final pit stop here tonight. And oh, we apologize. How about Anthony Keys and Ryan Nicoletta? Both of these drivers have been back to pit road. They came to pit road on lap 100, which was going to put them very close and on that fuel edge. So we'll continue to watch Anthony Keys and Ryan Nicoletta as we get down to the final few laps here. Both of those drivers are on the lead lap. Oh, it's going to get good. I'm telling you. With 12 laps to go here tonight in the Butcher Box 130 at the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented by Banner Construction. Walking away from this field right now after a round of green flag pit stops, the 45 of Colin Forrester leads them all with 12 laps remaining. Kevin D'Elia, Kevin Dick right there, second and third on the racetrack. Closest battle is for third and fourth, the final podium position on the line. Dick has got it, and AJ Green wants it. Can the Blue Oval, the Fast Ford, can the F-150 do away with the bow tie of Kevin Dick and take that position? We'll jump back up right here once again, as no battles for position are out there on the track except for this one right now. Everybody with gaps between them and the next driver in line. We do have a handful of drivers with some fresh tires, though, and here comes the 43. AJ Green pulls to pit lane. Back with race leader, that 45 of Colin Forrester. He's got helmet hair. It gets in his eyes sometimes, so he has to cut it off to fit it inside of that massively awesome helmet that he's got on. Let's see if we can get down in the cockpit. He's got a new helmet. We've yet to see it. Let's see if we can go on board. There it is, the Smiley Man coming at you right here inside the truck. I know you were all kind of trying to see where we were going with that, but how about that tongue out and all leading the field here, walking the dog, is that 45 of Colin Forrester. Back outside of the machine, 9 laps in the bag, 8 left. Here we go, man. I'm telling you, it's going to get close. Will he be able to save enough fuel, man? If you stretch it this far, it looks like you're not going to be trying to come to pit road. Oh, man, I don't know. That's a lot of fuel to save. A lot of fuel to save. Looking around the track through timing and scoring, looks like we've got a battle right here. 77 of Andrew Moore looking to close in on the 14 of Anthony Keys. They've got the 61 of Mark Bruning in between the two of them. Bruning with a solid run here tonight, was knocking on the door of a top 5. Unfortunately, some race contact got the 61 a little bit out of shape. Little being quite sarcastic. Bruning able to keep the truck clean after the contact, but has struggled a little bit ever since. Bruning looks to snatch yet another top 10. He sits in 11th, listed 1 lap down. Just like that, battle's gonna go away, and the 45-42 both come to pit road. What does this 52 of Kevin Dick do now? Kevin with a massive advantage over Anthony Keys, who came to pit road back on lap number 100. And I believe Keys will have plenty of fuel right there in that 14. I think he's going to have plenty of fuel to get to the end of tonight's race. Let's keep our eye on this man leading the field. Walking away with the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win. Walking away with the stage sponsor win here tonight. Can the 52 of Kevin Dick put it back into victory lane and snatch his 7th of the season and secure his spot in the championship 4 at Nashville, back off of turn 2 down the back stretch. Once again, we've got 3 to go, this time by Ryan Nicoletta and Andrew Moore going at it for the final position in the podium. And Kevin Dick, he's got to be saving fuel. I mean, he's got to be. He had a 15-second advantage. It is all the way down now to 10 seconds. So he is giving up a ton of time to the field behind him. But it's not going to matter. He's only going to have 2 more laps to go. He'll come off of turn number 4, back across the line this time around. Popsicles go on, popsicle sticks on display as race leader Kevin Dick goes flying by. We'll look at him heading down the backstretch right here, right now, working his way up the turn number 2. He's only got a handful of more corners to go here tonight to walk away with the Butcher Box 130 checkered flag. And here we go, race fans, off of turn number 4. Working his way to the striped white flag will fly. Final lap here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway, the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Construction. He walked away with the stage 2 win. Looks like he will walk away with the race win as well into turn 3 for the final time this evening, working his way off of turn number 4 and back across the line. Checkered flag in hand, and the boss man in the flag stand waves the checkered flag here tonight. Your race winner, the 52 of Kevin Dick, snatches the checkered flag and secures his spot in the championship 4 heading into next week's round, the final race, championship night, coming up in 3 short weeks at Nashville, and we have now got one of those 4 slots already filled. Kevin Dick can breathe a little easier now moving through these final 2 races of round number 2. What a run, what a race, what a night. 52 plays capture the flag and walks away with a stage win as well as a race win. 52 of Kevin Dick will bring his machine to the front stretch and burn it down, get the pack out house, the fans in the stands, a little bit of a smoke show. And then we're going to step away for our post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back live here from Texas Motor Speedway. And back trackside at the conclusion of tonight's Butcher Box 130 here with the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. We're going to jump right into it. Let's see if we can catch in and have a few words with some of the drivers that walked away in these podium positions. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words in with the 59 of Ryan Nicoletta. It's Dave in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after a hard-fought, well-deserved podium finish here tonight, walking away third on the track? How are you feeling after a great race? And tell us a little bit about your race.
This third place finish makes me feel really good. I've had horrible luck this season, so no better way to change that with a third place finish. I think the key thing was the last run after stage 2. I was able to stretch it out to just one stop, and some other guys had to do it in 2. So
Well, Ryan, a solid finish here tonight. Moving forward, after falling short of the grade 8, here moving forward for the championship, is there any type of I don't want to say bad blood or sore feelings, but is there any incentive to try to go out there and possibly snatch some very important points to some of these other championship drivers?
I mean, no, I'm just out here to have fun, and I'm gonna race the championship guys respectfully. So I'll let them do their thing, and I'll just kind of be out here for fun. And if I'm able to catch a win by doing strategy or a third place finish like this with strategy, I'll do it.
All right, man. Well, we gotta respect that answer right there. And Ryan, again, congratulations with your podium finish here tonight. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, and, I'd like to shout out to everybody in the league. It's been a fun year for everyone sticking it out. And I'd like to thank my teammates, Andrew and Kevin. They're awesome teammates. They helped me out a lot throughout the year. And of course, the broadcast here.
All right. Well, Ryan, we do appreciate the kind words. I know the teammates and admins appreciate the kind words. And, man, we'll look to try to catch up with you again once more before this season ends. What do you say?
Fingers crossed.
All right. Well, there you have it. Fingers crossed. Ryan Nicoletta wants to talk to us again. Let's see if he can't get the job done over these final 3 weeks of racing here with the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series presented by Banner Construction. But walking away third here tonight, the 59 of Ryan Nicoletta rounds out your podium drivers. And that will lead us to the man that walked away second here tonight. Let's see if we can dial up and have a quick word with Anthony Keys. It's Dave. You got me?
I got you, Dave.
Hey, man. How you doing? How you feeling after a solid night all around, man? You gained 7 positions from where you qualified. It looks like you do snatch that Martin Sports Hard Charger Award as well, so you got a little bit more walking away from the track. How you feeling after just a solid all-out great night?
Yeah, I'm feeling all right. I feel like I never really got to actually showcase how quick I was just on pure speed, because for those first couple stages I was sort of trying to fight my way through the field, and then after that it was a fuel mileage game. So it ended up working out well, but I feel like I don't know how Kevin managed to keep the pace up like he did. He was using way less fuel per lap than I was, for whatever reason. But yeah, I feel fine with the results. I mean, I can't be mad about it.
Well, Anthony, walking away from tonight's race, you came into tonight's race third in the points. We already know now that 52 will move on to Nashville with a shot at the championship. How are you feeling moving forward from here with just 2 more races to try to secure a win or point your way into that championship 4?
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel a lot better about it now. This will be my biggest points cushion, like, in either series so far. So I'm sort of been operating around the bubble for these playoffs, and it'll be nice to... I suppose I'll still be on the bubble because it's like we're trying to get into 4 from 8. But it'll be good to have a little bit of a cushion going into these next few races. You never know what can happen. I mean, the truck times are so close. A lot of times it comes down to something like this where it's a strategy race. So it's good to have a little bit of peace of mind.
Absolutely, we couldn't agree with you more. Well, Anthony, again, congratulations on a great run here tonight. Walking away second, walking away with the Martin Sports Hard Charger Award here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway. Before we let you go, though, would you like to give any special thanks, shout-outs? I love yous. Thank anybody back home or at the shop or anything?
Yep. Thank you, first of all, to my teammates who are running with me tonight, Casey and Chris. Chris was up there for a little bit, leading some laps, actually. And Casey just totaled his truck. I mean, it is what it is. But I don't even think he was hitting minimum speed for most of that race. But he's a trooper. He stayed out there for the whole thing. Thanks to my parents for watching in the other room. Glad I could get a good result for them tonight. Thanks for you. Thanks to you for putting on this broadcast, and the Wisest for putting on the league. We're almost done with this year, so hopefully we can close out strong. We've had a good few races these past few weeks.
Absolutely. Well, Anthony, we wish you the best moving forward from here, and I'm pretty sure we'll be talking to you again before the end of this season. So again, congratulations on a great, solid night here to open up round number 2, and we'll see you next week. What do you say?
I say that sounds like a plan.
All right, there you have it. Anthony Keys happy with the finish here. Not too many times do we get to talk to these drivers that walk away in second, kind of the bridesmaid of the night. Not too many times are they too stoked or happy about the finish, but here tonight, Anthony Keys very happy with walking away with second and walking away with that Martin Sports Hard Charger as well. So that's going to vote well, as the point standings may come down to a must point your way in situation here. Anthony Keys with a solid night here from Texas Motor Speedway. The 14 walks away in second. And that's going to do it for the podium, except for the man of the moment walking away with yet another checkered flag, 7th on the season, moving into the championship for Kevin Dickman. How do you do it?
I don't know. Almost just comes natural, maybe.
Well, never mind. I had a Ricky Bobby phrase I was going to throw in there, but we'll just let you guys use your imagination on that one. But yeah, anyway, Kevin, already into the championship for now with this race win. What's the plan, man? Are you going to try to go out there and steal some points for some other playoff drivers, or is it all about just gearing up and getting ready for Nashville?
I think it's just mainly gearing up and getting ready for Nashville. I mean, that's the big thing now, since I know I'm locked in there, but not going to stop me from going out there and running hard these next two weeks, because I really like these next 2 tracks. North Wilkesboro is a good track for me, and so is Pocono, so really looking forward to that.
Well, I love both of those tracks myself. North Wilkesboro, not too far away from where I'm at, and well, Pocono's the birthplace of Turn 3, so you gotta love that one, you know. So great races coming up. You say those are some of your good races. Do you think we will see you in Victory Lane again?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Uh-oh, shots fired. Field, you better watch out. He said it.
I don't want to put too much on the line there.
Oh, Kevin, my man, it's always a pleasure getting to catch up with you at the end of these races. Always a pleasure to watch you out there on the track. Fast as always, you walked away with the sponsor, the stage to win here. So we're going to go ahead and hand you over the mic. You know the drill. It's all yours.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to the guys at Pie Eye. Great group of guys to race with. Give a shout out to Custom Paints and Diecast and you guys up in the booth.
All right, my man. Well, again, as always, pleasure watching you. Great night here tonight. Congratulations on the 7th win, and we'll try to catch up with you next week at North Wilkesboro.
Sounds good.
All right, there you have it. Race winner, Kevin Dick. He's putting the field on notice. You heard him say it. If you need to, rewind and listen. It's only about 20 seconds or so back. He said he thinks he can get to Victory Lane not just one more time before the final race of the season. He thinks he can grab 2 more race wins. Y'all better watch out. There may be a bounty on that 52 Facebook machine when he heads to North Wilkesboro next week. But none of that matters right now because the 52 has a chance to run for a championship here in just a few short 3 weeks at Nashville. And well, that's going to do it for your podium interviews. Walking away with his 7th race win on the season. Checkered flag in hand. 52 of Kevin Dick parks it in victory lane. Man, what a night here from Texas Motor Speedway in the Butcher Box 130, and already you can hear the producers hitting those buttons in the background, so you know the tunes, you know the sounds, you know it's time for us to run down the unofficial race results here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway in the Blown Piston Racing Leagues Truck Series presented by Banner Construction. Walking away with the checkered flag in first place, once again, the 52 of Kevin Dick. Anthony Keys right there in second. Ryan Nicoletta round out your podium drivers. Colin Forrester back in fourth. 33 of Chris Scala rounds out your top 5. 42 of Kevin DeLeo walks away from the track in 6th, while 7th place belongs to Jacob Drift. AJ Green back in 8th, 9th place tonight to the 77 of Andrew Moore. The U.S. Veterans Bowl Award and the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 winner cannot translate it into long run pace. Andrew Moore finishes the night back in 9th. Rounding out your top 10 in the 74 machine, 1 lap down is Zach Helanen. Mark Bruning with a few skirmishes here tonight still walks away from the track in a very good finishing position. The 61 finishes back in 11th. 12th place belongs to Casey Duncan. Scotty Brown back in 13th. Brandon Alpin led a handful of laps but falls short here tonight. He'll finish from Texas Motor Speedway back in 14th. Rounding out your top 15 here in the Butcher Box of 130 tonight, Scott Wise in the 31. 48 of Adam Alshire will finish in 16th. And rounding out the running order, tough way to start round number 2 for a championship chase competitor. Jim Thorndike will finish here tonight in 17th. That's going to do it, race fans. If you haven't already, as always, drop these drivers a thumbs up. Show them a little bit of love. Join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. And we've said it once, we'll say it again. Drop these drivers that thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. And with that being said, we're going to cut off the lights and roll up the cords. Stay safe. Stay loved, my friends. And until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.